Eventful week for US indices. What a good bounce back, what a good recovery we have seen after a greater fall the week before. Can we say that the indices have reversed? Is this really sustainable? Is it going to close the month in green? What is going to be our strategy in order to profit trading the S&P, Nasdaq and Dow in the coming week? What are the levels you should watch out for? Where to enter, where to exit, how to profit? We are going to see with the help of charts and indicators. This is a weekly review. If you're new to the channel, let me share. I do update twice a day for the US indices. First with the Asia and Europe session, next with the US session, such that you can in fact trade the futures and the cash market as well. Thus subscribe, press the bell icon, do like, share and comment. Join the free Telegram channel for live updates and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Your every like, share and comment is a great motivation for me. At the end of every update, every indice update, we are going to give you the trading levels. So do watch till the end. First we look into S&P, followed with Nasdaq, then Dow. Let's start. See, S&P last week has hit the lows at 4800, the levels which we had seen in the beginning of 2024, where it is consolidated. It is since then recovered sharp. Towards the end of the week, we have seen it closing up 5360, and yes, it has also seen the highs at 5500. Now, definitely another point to note here is despite all the recovery, you can also see that it is long, or you can see it is long short from the highs here. The highs it has seen close to 6200. It has already erased most of the gains here for the year 2024. And since one thing I have mentioned in my last update for Tech 100, in my weekly review for Tech 100, that this is completely outside Bollinger Bands and it is definitely going to be difficult for the indices to stay outside Bollinger Bands, be it the S&P, Nasdaq, Dow or Dow, all were trading outside Bollinger Bands, and this is the power of technicals. We have seen a good pullback and it has just closed at the bottom of the bands here. Now another thing to note here is largely if you connect the highs and lows, you can find out this is trading in this sharply bearish channel. So any move beyond 5500 should take it all the way towards 5600. And now the most critical level for the S&P to break is at 5800 and then 5850. Only and only if these two levels are taken, we can say now S&P has reversed completely. Else what's happening? Notice after the drop, a retracement towards 5800 or 5850, and that will also commence the next round of drop. It may stay here for a while before taking the down move here. This is one possibility, but nowadays the markets are too choppy and too volatile. It is possible that it can erase the gains from the preceding candle as well. Now, what are the probabilities? Let's have a further look. See, look at the ATR. ATR has seen the highs here. It suggests increase in volatility here. Yes, too much of volatility. And also notice that it is in downtrend. So for this ATR to cool down, the possibility of a slower upward movement can be seen here. So this is one possibility. Second, the stochastic was oversold and it is trying to bounce back. It is not that it cannot stay here. See, it has stayed overbought for months and weeks. It is not that it cannot stay here, but you can see every time it hits the bottom, it tries to recover sharp, and that is what is happening as of now. Likewise, on the weekly charts, what has happened here? See, after forming triple top, I have mentioned this in the beginning of 2025 itself, that this is a triple top formation. A crossover here is going to lead to a sharper correction. You can watch my annual review. It's there in the playlist, weekly playlist here, released just before the year 2025 beginning. And see what has happened. We have seen a very good correction already. Now notice here the candle sizes have started to diminish. It is traded with sharp divergence. Now it is time for it to converge a little, and does this suggest that S&P might try to follow up with slight swing candles or with possible bullish candles here. RSI likewise hitting the oversold zone, trying to recover. Coming to daily, on the daily charts, after the crossover, we have seen sharp divergence on the daily charts in the moving averages. Also notice it is trying to trade in this greatly bullish channel, in this broader bearish channel here, not bullish but broader bearish channel. Now notice the 20 period moving average and the median of the Bollinger Bands offering it a very good resistance. Thus, in the coming week, if you see it is staying above 5500, you can say Now the bulls are taking over. The possibility of a move towards 5600 will increase. And then what will happen? It may try to form a top like this where it will move towards 5800 and then fall. So this is where the box is going to get created, and for next multiple weeks or months we can say a movement within this zone is quite possible. And this also highlights the fact that there is a possibility of a move all the way towards 5600 5800 levels very soon. Stochastic ATR after forming a highly volatile high here now trying to reverse. So now see, it was in downtrend and that is where we have seen the peak. So possibility of up move exists here. If you see the stochastic, this is rising on the daily charts. Look at MACD. MACD has hit a lows. It was trading with sharp divergence. It is on the verge of a crossover. This crossover can confirm a up move here where it is going to head towards the top, and this suggests prevailing bullishness for the next few sessions. RSI coming out of the oversold zone, which is also a good sign. Coming to 4 hour, notice on the 4 hour charts, the support here from 5200 pretty strong. With the support at 5200, we have seen this rise, and now it is possible that once it trades beyond 5420, we can look forward to a greater up move all the way towards 5500. And once it breaks beyond 5500, you can just stay bullish for 5600 or in fact 5720, 5800. Let's watch out more. The ATR has hit the highs, now looking downwards, which suggests possible up move, while the stochastic is looking upwards, the MACD is looking upwards, RSIs. So on the 4 hour charts, things are quite bullish here. Now coming to the monthly chart, if you look at the monthly charts, in just two candles we have seen S&P erasing the gains for the complete 2024. Yes, what it has gained for 12 months, it has erased in just 2 months. And if you see the move here, it is just closed above the 20 period average, which suggests that it may in fact close the month somewhere here at around 5600. Yes, there is a possibility that it can move towards 5800 before closing the week at 50 month at 5600. This possibility is highly likely, and thus it appears that the coming week is going to stay bullish for S&P 500. ATR rising, which calls for a little pullback. The MACD looking sharply down, and look at the move here. The stochastic looking down. Now MACD has crossed over, and this is a good sign for the bears. Remember, this crossover is coming at a higher levels, and this also suggests there is lot much of downside available here for S&P in the year 2025 and beyond. And looking at the situations right now prevailing, the geopolitical situations which are prevailing here, and that with the tariff and the trade war, definitely that it is going to deliver only bearishness in the year 2025. And thus the higher you see S&P, the better is your opportunity to take a selling position. Ideally 5800, around 5800 plus minus should be a good opportunity for stay with the positional sales. The RSI looking down. Considering this, let me give you the trading levels and strategy. And before I provide you the trading levels and strategy, if you want to learn this art of trading, join my mentorship batch. The 32nd batch starts on 5th of May. Limited intake. Do not miss to join this. Also, we are starting it off after a break, so we might get the seats filled fast, and thus you should be booking it fast. Reach out to me for your queries, and if you are just willing to trade as per the signals, be a part of my signals channel on Telegram. We trade diverse instruments including indices and commodities in one signal channel, and thus do join it today. Reach out to me via Telegram or email for your queries, and those who are looking forward to a broker which offers you a swap free account with lowest spreads and no hidden charges, easier transactions and easier withdrawals from across the globe, you can find the recommended broker link also in the channel and video description. Now on the upside, you can initiate a buying entry at 5365 itself. The first hurdle at around 538 second at 5400. If 5400 is taken, we can see increase in bullishness 5425, 5450 levels, and once it trades beyond 5450, I will be looking forward to 5500 and 5550 levels, and then 5600 is possible. I do see that yes, despite all the bullishness, the upward move is going to be a bit sluggish and slow. That is what is my expectation, and if it jumps towards the highs, we can see a drop as well, and hence it is if it is volatile, it is going to swing sharp, and if it is taking a trend, we can see sluggish momentum on the upside. On the downside, you can take a selling entry at 5348. expect, see, till 5300 there are greater supports available. Below 5300 is where we can see increase in bearishness. Then all the way towards 5250 and 5200 is possible, and if this is taken, I will see 5100 as the next target, and below that it will fall into a correction territory all the way towards 5000 levels. And if it trades below 5000, that's a crash again, chances for which appears to be less. Take your trades accordingly. Let's move to Nasdaq 100. Observations what we had for S&P is getting replicated here for Tech 100 as well. Similar observation, it has erased all the gains for the year 2024 in just couple of months, and it is after hitting the bottom we have seen a sharper right from hitting the lows at 16320. See, last week I have mentioned it did outside Bollinger Bands, it may definitely show pullback. What it has done, it has hit the highs here. Now notice the formation, the highs here are beautifully aligned, the lows here are beautifully aligned, trying to create a bearish channel. And now once it trades beyond 19,200, 300, you can look forward to a move towards 19,800, 20,100, and then in fact we can see a move all the way towards 20,800 levels very soon. The sharper the drop, the faster could be the recovery here. Look at the moving averages. After staying bullish for weeks and months, it is finally starting to converge, and this suggests that wherever you see Tech 100 going upwards, possibly the next few months it is going to fall again. Yes, it is going to stay bearish. It can in fact breach below the lows what we had seen in the recent past. ATR has seen a good rise. This suggests that it could possibly continue in the retracement journey, and it suggests that there is an upward move which is still possible. Stochastic oversold. MACD has seen a sharper fall. See here itself, at the beginning of 2025 I have mentioned Tech 100 is ready for a crash. What has happened? It is, the video is available on my channel page as the featured video, and see it is crashed sharp and it is trading with divergence. Now time for it to start converging, and this suggests possible reversal. RSI rising from the bottom. Coming to the daily, on the daily charts, my only worry point here is the lower highs it is forming, and thus once it trades beyond 19,200 300 zone, or 19, I will say 19,200 500 zone, it is going to move all the way towards 19,800, 20,000, 20,400, 500 levels as well. Possibility is there, but right now I can see it is forming lower highs and it is going to get difficult. And once it trades beyond 19,200 500 zone, you can just stay bullish here. Moving average is trading sharply bearish. ATR has hit the highs here. Possibility of a reversal increases. The stochastic rising, entering into an overbought territory. Look at the MACD. After staying bearish for weeks, it is just crossing over from the bottom, which is a good sign, which suggests that there could be a stronger recovery here for Tech 100. RSI coming out of the oversold levels. Coming to 4 hours, see it has found its support here. It is trading, or it is bouncing back from the support levels, and thus only bearishness in Tech 100 is if you see it is staying below 18,000 levels, and only if it trades below 18,000 we can expect the bearishness to prevail, and then we can again expect it to move towards 17,700, 17,600 is the first target zone, 17,500 as the next, and below that it will fall into a correction trap towards 17,200 in lower levels. But when you see the move here, notice it is delivering this higher lows, higher highs. The highs are now towards 19,500, which possibility is high. ATR looking downwards, calling for a reversal. Stochastic rising, MACD in green, RSI is rising, good signs supportive for further bullishness. Coming to monthly, now see on the monthly charts, it appears that it is going to deliver huge swings. Coming week might stay bullish. It can in fact move towards 19,800 20,000 levels, and hitting this zone possibly again come down and close somewhere here at around 19,000 19,200. This possibility exists strong here, as it may try to close the month in doji. Why? I will show you here. See right now the moving averages are definitely trading with divergence and bullishness. Look at the ATR, this is rising and it is still having scope for further rise, while the stochastic is looking down. Now look at the MACD. This is the last time when it is crossed over. What we had seen, it is corrected almost 50%. Right from the highs at 16,500 we have seen, the price is coming all the way towards 10,400. There was a reason associated to it, that is COVID, but now the reasons are different. And if you count 40% from the highs, this calls for 14,000 levels. 16,400, 320 already we have seen, and it has still scope for further downtrend in the near term. Near term is next forthcoming months. So now looking at the charts and indicators, time for me to give you the trading levels and strategy. Do join my mentorship batch. The 32nd batch starts on 5th of May. Limited seats are available. Details will be floated tomorrow. It's purely on the first come first serve basis. And yes, do join the signals channel if you just want to trade as per the signals, and if you're looking forward to a broker, the links are there in the channel and video description. Where you should buy, I will recommend you to buy here at 18,760 levels. See, 18,720 also you can buy, but I will say 18,720, 760 is the zone you should watch out for. If it trades above this, possibly we are looking forward to 18,000. See, 18,840 should be the next, and then in fact we can see it moving towards 18,950, 19,080, and 19,240. If this is taken, stay bullish for 19,500. Once it trades above 19,500, what we are looking at, 19,710 levels, and then 19,800. This is the next strongest resistance. Beyond this, it is possible that we are looking forward to 20,000, the next critical number which Tech 100 will look for. And if it trades above 20,000, sky is the limit on the upside. It is going to be difficult for it to sustain this. That is one thing which is pretty clear. On the downside, I will recommend a selling at 18,640 levels. Expect 18,580, 18,530, and if that is taken, then 18,450 and 18,400. Till 18,400, very good support. Below 18,400, we may see a slide. 18,200 next, and then 18,000. If at all Tech 100 trades below 18,000, stay short for 17,820, and below 17,820 is where we are looking forward to a greater down move, where 17,600 and 400 levels will appear. If at all it trades below 17,400, it stays short for 17,000 and lower levels. Take your positions, take your trades accordingly. Let's move to Dow Jones. What we had seen for S&P and NAS, same is getting replicated here for US 30 as well. It was also outside Bollinger Bands. It is bounced back sharp. Also notice it has already erased all the gains from the year 2024 and has now fallen back into the bullish zone here. Second thing to note here is moving averages are now looking downwards, but the possibility of a move like this where it can move towards 42,000, 42,600 zone is high, from where then it can try to reverse if at all it is going to trade bearish. It may take couple of weeks or more for it to move towards the zone 42,600, 43,000 zone, and from there the down move may begin. Right now I will say it is not confirming a complete bearishness or a reversal as well. We have seen a swing, and with the lower highs it suggests that next week it can start off with the down move and then bounce back. This possibility is high. Look at the ATR, it has hit the highs, and now from here for it to come down into a comfortable zone, prices might try to move up slowly. The stochastic oversold calling for a recovery. MACD is sharply bearish, calls for a recovery. Yes, it may try to bounce back a little. It is not that it cannot hit further lows. If see the highs here are plus 1,000, lows can be at minus 1,000, which appears to be a distant target, and which suggests that if it continues to do so, we have a lot much of downside available way towards 36,000, 35,000 levels. Stochastic looking down, trying to bounce back. Coming to now, look at daily charts here. See, it is trying to bounce back. 20 period and median of the Bollinger Bands offering it a good resistance. Very important for US 30 to trade above 41,000. If it stays above 41,000, you can look forward to a greater rise. So first target should be at around 40,500. Beyond this 41,000. This zone, if US 30 breaches, we can just stay bullish. We can expect it to move towards 41,400, 41,750 and 42,000 as the next targets here. But notice what it is doing. Drop, retracement, drop, retracement. It is still trading in this channel, and thus as long as 42,000 is not taken, do not treat this as bullish. ATR has hit the highs while the stochastic is rising. Interestingly, the MACD, it has hit the bottom for S&P, Nasdaq, both it is replicating the same, and thus a crossover from here can lead to a further upside. RSI coming out of the oversold zone. Likewise on the 4-hour chart, support here from the 20 period and the median of the Bollinger Bands. 39,000 is the level below which you can say now it will turn bearish. As long as 39,000 is not taken, do not beat US30 is bearish. See, it is creating this bullish channel. The highs now are towards 42,000 levels. And thus once it trades beyond 40,500, stay bullish for 40,800, 41,000 and beyond 41,000, stay bullish. ATR hitting the highs, looking down suggests a reversal. Stochastic at highs, MACD rising, RSI rising. Coming to monthly, look at the monthly chart. See, the month started from 42,000 plus levels. It has seen the highs. Lower highs are definitely there, and this suggests that it is going to be difficult now for US30 to break these highs here at 42,600. And thus, in fact, even if you see it bouncing, see it rising all the way towards 41,000, 42,000 levels, which it would, this should offer a greater resistance. Stock ATR is rising here and the stochastic looking down. See, MACD has crossed over. Very good sign for the bears to take over. Notice this, third and fourth. Every time it has hit the highs, and see, it has also delivered higher highs here. First thing, it has to come towards the bottom. Second is it can break this time because this is already 4 times. Now see, coming to the bottom, it requires months of bearishness, maybe for next couple of years. US30, the higher it goes, better is the opportunity for us to take a sell, and then we may see US30 at 30k and lower levels very soon. Looking at the rising volatility, 30,000 appears not a distant dream. So now we have seen the charts and indicators. Time for me to give you the trading levels and strategy. Join my mentorship batch. The 32nd batch starts on 5th of May. Do not miss to join it or else be a part of my Signals channel. Connect with me for your queries, and if you're looking forward to a broker, find the recommended broker link also in the channel and video description. Where you should buy, I will recommend you to buy here at, see, you can buy at 4260, expect 4350, 360, 400 zone. This is the first resistance zone. Then expect 40,550, then 40,710, and then 4,800. If 40,800 is taken, stay bullish for 40,100, or sorry, 41,000. And if 41,000 is taken, I think we are ready for a greater up move. 41,500, 42,000, and below this, sky is the limit on the upside. I think the movement is going to stay muted or with swings red, green, red, green, red, eventually closing in green. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 4180, expect 4100, 40,020, and then 39,900 will appear. If this is taken, stay short for 39,750, and if this is taken, possibility for 39,500 will increase. 39,500, 39,400 are two key supports here on the downside. Below this, it is going to land at 39,200 and 39,000 levels. And if it trades below 39,000, stay short for 38,500, 38k, and then a crash should appear. I do not expect this to happen in the coming week. Take your trades, take your positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship batch and Signals channel. Reach out to me for your queries. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates and the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Thank you. Have a great profitable trading week ahead. Thank you.